some of the possible repercussions for the justices of Nigeria and otherwise if the decision of January 14th, flagrantly fraudulent, issued in bad faith, to deny a fundamental internationally recognized human right to self-government, participate in elections that are freely and fairly conducted. We have in the United States a recent law called the Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act. And it does empower the President, at the request of the Secretary of State and various committee chairmen in the Congress, to list persons abroad to be denied visas, to have their assets frozen, to be excluded from commerce in the United States if they are complicit in internationally recognized human rights violations. And judges and justices are not shielded from that particular law. So that certainly would be a risk, in my judgment, to the Nigerian Supreme Court if this decision, flagrantly tainted, is not reversed. And it could impact not only the 7 justices who sat on the particular case, but the entire contingent of the Supreme Court. The whole institution has shown it is corrupted and compromised. We would encourage perhaps the others who weren't sitting to remind the sitting justices that there are others who would be impacted if they stood on their earlier fraudulent decision. It's also possible that you could have ordered an international investigation under the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court. It's arguable that wholesale deprivation of the right to self-determination, the right of self-government, that has been witnessed by this decision.
In a video circulating on social media, some United States lawmakers under the umbrella of the National Press Club were seen threatening to sanction Nigerian Supreme Court judges, especially the 7 judges that sat and delivered the controversial judgment on the Imo State election. Many Nigerians have reacted to this threat by the U.S. lawmakers, while some applaud the foreign lawmakers because they believe that's the only way the judges can review their decision and are political. Many Nigerians have argued that the threat is not sensible and no Nigerian should applaud it because it is an encroachment on the sovereignty of the nation. They also argued that no matter the level of immorality and corruption in our judicial system, we should not tolerate foreign intervention in our internal affairs. Supreme Court justices, especially the 7 who sat and delivered the shameful judgment on the Imo elections, may face sanctions from the US and visa bans. Recall that in January, the Supreme Court in Nigeria sacked the former governor of Imo State, Governor Emeka Ihedioha, and declared the All Progressive Congress APC candidate, Senator Hope Uzodinma, as the duly elected governor of Imo State. The decision of the Apex Court generated mixed reactions in the court. The panel that delivered the judgment was led the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Ibrahim Muhammad Tanko. And we have some reactions from people on Twitter. Someone says they could try, but no one will take them seriously. We are the ones who want to send our kids to school there, do anchor babies or investment visas, and use quality healthcare. So it matters to our elites, of which you and I are parts. We never want them. We will never want to tell ourselves the truth, nor would we accept when told Akara and Akamu are still affordable. When we are hit hard, I mean real hard, we will shut down. So before then, we can tweet. You know, like I always say, until but the whole thing, because Nigeria somehow you don't even, because the people that you think that you can really come out together or come out and have a united force and united voice, majority of them at some point they were like, oh yes, this is what we need. But at some point you just see everybody, majority of people start losing hope, you know, feeling unconcerned at times, you know, some people just lose interest, and some people tend to be supporting the same politicians that have been marginalizing them. In the recent, of course, like they always say, we are a sovereign country, but we don't behave like matured people. Because if we behave like matured people, people will not want to be interfering into our affairs. Because, you know, sometimes some people will like, oh, Nigerians are too docile, they don't even come out, they don't do this, they don't do that. Just imagine what happened during Shore's time. How many people came out? How many people came out? And the reason why these politicians or the so-called leaders, even when PDP was there, they are the same. Like I always say, they are the same. When people want to come out for a tangible thing, you see them being discouraged. You will see them doing all manner of things. They are all the same. They behave the same way. Because if really we do the needful, nobody will want to interfere. Because nobody, when somebody sees or knows that you are very mature, you know what you are doing, they will even give you that respect. But in a situation whereby anything falls, anything goes, the simplest thing that we are supposed to be doing, we don't even do them. We don't even do them until people will cry, people will say all manner of things, people will be discouraged. You know, some people will like, oh, Nigerians, they don't really talk. But the issue of Shore, just like I made mention, people will not want to come out. What did the guy get? Up till now, he's still going to court. People were accusing him, oh, don't do this, don't do that. Who sent you message? I mean, why they are the ones suffering the most. People are afraid because these politicians, they've been able to weaponize people with poverty, with all manner of things, even ignorance. That is why they don't even want to high up the level of education, the standard of education, because they know that the more you know, the more you want to challenge them, the more you want to criticize them. The ones that are talking, because they know what is happening. And the rest people who do not know what is happening, they tend to like still blame them. What is your problem? What is this? What is that? What is that? Of course, they are not supposed to be interfering. That is just the truth of the matter. Because who are you going to cry to? Who are you going to cry to? People who are supposed to be doing the right thing, who have been given the mandate to do the right thing. They will not do the right thing. Even in your very presence, as they will be doing things upside down. When it favors them, fine. If it does not favor them, they will look for every means. Corruption is, as is at its peak. It's at its peak. It's just dead. Corruption is everywhere. Name it. Everybody just fighting for himself or herself. These politicians, majority, they are so selfish. That is not even majority. They are selfish. They are selfish because the ones that we have been seeing, we could see that they are just selfish. They will come and tell you what you want to hear, but do that thing that you want them to do, they will not do it. But during election time, they will be coming and they'll be saying all manner of things. Oh, we are going to do this. You can imagine at this age and time, we are still talking about basic amenities, water, all of those things. That's what we're still talking. Electricity, up till now, we cannot still get it. The international communities, they've seen that we are very unserious people. We are unserious people. Little things that we are supposed to do, we don't do them. And you see that our politicians, the ones that are agitating, the ones that are really crying, the ones that they think that they are being marginalized, majority of them, it's not because of, they are not fighting because of the people, they are fighting because of themselves. If you look at everything holistically, you will see that the same people who are complaining, whether the PDP, whether the APC, they are of the same feathers. They are not fighting because of the masses. They are not protesting because of the masses. Because at the end of the day, what do we still get at the end of the day? Somebody was saying that people are just not getting the whole thing. What happened in Bayelsa? Whether PDP or APC, people are jubilating, oh, the PDP man, he will be sworn in and all of that. Those who are jubilating because maybe they have a one or two connections with the power that be, or the people that, that matter, because they know that something will fall for them, but not for the generality of the people, because at the end of the day, whether APC there or whether PDP, nothing will happen. Let us even take example. For example, the outgoing, okay, the one that has already gone, the former governor of Bayelsa State. What difference did he make that we can say, oh, PDP is coming? Is it just that, oh, our region, our zone, we are known for PDP. PDP is this, PDP is for this zone is for PDP. Is it all about that? What about development and development of people and the well-being of the masses? What is it? What are we talking about? The same, moving around the same circles. Moving around the same circles, you will see their wives, their children, they will be happy. Is it not? It's for them. It's for them. It's not for the masses. Those who were jubilating at the end of the day, you will find out that they will be disappointed at the end of the day. Nothing will even come for them. It will be the same story. So what are we talking about? So if you don't behave maturely, people will tend to teach you what you ought to or ordinarily would have done yourself, but because you fail to do that, anybody can just talk and whatever. If really we are mature, all these things will not be happening, which is true. They are not supposed to be, nothing can be happening in the US, and Nigerian senators will be, or lawmakers will say, oh, what is their business about it? You can't even dare it in the first place. You dare not, because you don't even have the technical know-how on how their thing works there. But when you come to us, they will be saying America this. The same people who are saying, they will not be referring, this is what they do in America. But see all those lawmakers, can you say the same thing with our lawmakers here? The remunerations they get in that place, is it the same thing here? The way they cater for their people, is it the same thing? Can the same thing be said in our own place here? Nothing. They don't see us finish. Now see finish, now they bring all these things. In my opinion, ideally it's not supposed to be, but the way it is, they will do that because they don't see us finish. Say, we know what they do. See finish, now they bring all this kind of thing. So that is just my own point of view. All of them, even the one that is talking about it, they were shortchanged, and the one that is there now, what is the difference? What is the difference? How many people have they been able to lift out of poverty? They will be singing the same song, but their own remunerations, their allowances will never, we never reduce, and it will come as at when due. So, like I always talk, I don't even care about politicians until you do the right thing, until we do the right thing, until we enjoy the same thing that other developed countries are enjoying. We have what it takes to do them. It is not rocket science. It is the political selfishness and what have you that are making us not to get to what we need to get. What do they have there that we don't have more than that? So it's a pathetic situation. It's a sorry state that we really found ourselves, and we need to tell ourselves the home truth. Someone says they should help us to sanction them because they know that Nigerians are helpless and we are under dictatorship of President Buhari. 2. That Tanko and its men is totally evil and capable of plunging the state into war. Therefore, Nigeria need foreign interference in this matter to deliver her. Someone says they have the power and right to sanction Supreme Court justice over Imo State election because our judiciary system is corrupt and US is above Nigeria 100 times. Well, even if they are above Nigeria 100 times, I don't think they are supposed to do that. But if you don't do the needful, they will come and tell you what to do because we are not behaving maturely. Generally, we are not behaving maturely. See the way we handle things. So that is just my own opinion. I know that you might have your own different submission concerning this issue that the lawmakers has been seen, trying to say that they're going to take it further. They're going to sanction the CJN, Tanko, and others over Imo judgment. What do you really think? Leave your comments below and let's have your take. Thank you.